This segment brought to you by Sure Crop, liquid crop nutrition delivered right to your farm.
We're back. Now Duane talks with Mark Brewster about seed-to-soil contact.
Duane Taves joining you once again on Ag AM in Kansas, and an opportunity to catch up with Mark Brewster with AGCO. Mark, we think about agronomics, tillage and compaction and its influence on yield and profitability ultimately for producers. It has a big impact, but certainly there's no one fit scenario for everyone.
No, this year's a great example of that. For example, this field here that we're in today, they chose to do some heavy tillage in the fall, and then later on in the spring, they chose to use a field cultivator. And with that, they had some inherent problems with what I call nodules, or it makes the ground real coarse because it was wet when they did the tillage. And with being so wet, it made it hard to plant at different depths. So in our crop study that we're doing here today, it actually showed the amount of residue in the different layers and how far you had to go down to get a clean trench to actually get your best seed position in there, to get the best seed to soil contact and have the least amount of residue next to your seed to promote growth.
We think about the opportunities for those different environments that we're working in. Each year is a little bit different as well, but some form of conservation tillage has become fairly prevalent across a vast part of the central U.S.
Our biggest promoter, the one that actually works best for most people in this area, has been the Sunflower VT, the vertical tillage tool. It has actually done the best job of seed bed preparation because you actually want to go just about a 1/4 inch shallower than where you want to plant. In other words, that helps you keep a clean seed trench. And again, that's the agronomic benefit to that, to help you get the most out of each seed you put in the ground.
We think about why there's differences. Obviously, there's different soil types, different rainfall patterns, and so forth. That makes it a challenge for a company like AGCO to come up with solutions for guys that meet the whole gamut of that.
Yeah, that's right. There's a different tool for each type of job you're trying to do. There's a lot of no-till guys out there, of course. But this year, with the amount of rains that we're seeing, what it's done to the soil conditions and the water compaction that we're getting from that has led to people purchasing tillage equipment that haven't bought tillage equipment for years. So this is a new challenge that we're seeing this year.
Well, certainly in the central part of the Kansas, in the Central Plains, we're normally trying to conserve moisture. This spring, it was a bit of a challenge getting things planted, and we think about the preparation ahead of that. Certainly, it made for some long nights and long days trying to get that accomplished this year.
Yeah, it made it into a true drama taking place throughout the season because of what has happened last fall with the ruts in the field, and of course this spring trying to close those ruts in, and then of course the rains we got later on in the year, how much it affected us, and then what we had to do to try to even put crops in the ground. It has been a real struggle this year to get things planted, and there's some places that suffered for it and didn't get anything planted. I mean, they've changed from corn, wanting to plant corn, to okay, we got to plant soybeans now, and it's like too late for soybeans. Now we're planting milo.
All right, thanks to Mark Brewster with AGCO joining us on Ag AM in Kansas. Jamie, we'll send it back to you.
Thanks, Duane. Come back after the break for this week's Kansas Farm Bureau update.